recording. And let's hop on over. There we go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thomas Theismann, thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate you hopping in today and saying hello. Power, my man, 3 months. 3 months we've been doing this. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you enough. That's so amazing. Okay, well, I hope that everybody is doing good out there. We are halfway through the week, or if you are a government employee for the United States, then you are 3/4 of the way through your week, because happy dandy little 4-day weekend for some of us anyways. There we go. All right. Oh, hey, I just noticed my force reputation is up to 11. That's pretty great. That is actually very great. So with that, no big new announcements. We're it's gonna be the last stream of the week. We're not gonna do anything over the weekend. Due to attempting to potty train a gremlin, i.e. a toddler. It'll be exciting times for everybody. Anyways, so we have today isolated dropship defense. As we can recall, we are bringing like 17,000 BV against actually a total of 20,000 BV against like 4,000 BV. We have to demolish a Stalker, a Merlin, and a Shadowhawk, and that's all we got to do. That is the relentless assault from multiple directions that they are bringing to us. Unfortunately, they will control the battlefield at the end, so we don't get any of that delicious salvage. We just have to actually destroy 2 of them. So I think there's nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and hop on in. Here we go. Start game. Commence drop. And confirm. Go, Power Rangers. Let's go. And then we just have to wait. Well, is anybody out there going to be doing anything fun or interesting or novel for their oh no, we have a condor. For their Valentine's Day? Okay, if we have a condor that decides to yeet itself against a bunch of buildings, I will be very sad. Very, very sad indeed. They are starting in the north. We are starting in the south. Let's yeet them. I'm not even going to bother with the minefields. Okay, cool. Okay, not too bad. Rolled pretty decently. Where can we get the Von Lochner so it's like a straight shot to get through? There. Right there. Then we can throw a youngster into the same hex, call it a day. Everybody's going to be coming from that side, so we might as well focus on just dropping everybody there. Hopefully we can get our awesome. Actually, the awesome is the one who I don't want to do that for, since he's got Rangemaster Long. Power in his happy little Marauder. I'm still kind of bummed about that Marauder with the last game that we couldn't get it. But that's okay. It's going to be the one that got away of the many. Then our Kerensky. This is the Kerensky, right? Yeah. Then the Brutus. You can go there. What do I have left? Oh, an Ostrak. Okay. It's I don't know, plop you. Plop you there-ish. And like always, just close the distance. Might as well sprint because we're not going to be within range anyways. Yow. Sprint forward this turn. Hey, what's going on, Ataraxy? I hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Yes, the Stompy robots have made their comeback. You're not going to be able to hit a whole lot. Yeah, nobody can hit anything. So we'll just skip all the things. Did the Condor fire? It most definitely did not. So here's something I didn't know with individual initiative. I probably should have. You get bonuses for things with crews, which is pretty, or depending on what crew skills are. So that's pretty neat, pretty great. Well, just keep charging forward. Go the distance, so to speak. I think next turn, most of our vehicles will be in a, well, 2 of our 3 vehicles will probably be in a position where they can do a little something. So the Merlin we can get on 10, the Stalker we can get on 8s. I think I'd rather take the Stalker on 8s. Oh, sad day. Can't see a whole lot there. The right move is probably going to be to bring the Awesome up into here somewhere, where hopefully it can get shots across. Oh, yeah, for sure. 7 and 7. Yeah. And an 8 on the Stalker. We'll take it. Why not? You won't be able to do anything. Oh, sad day. You also can't do anything. So the Ostrak firing at the Stalker misses with everything. Condor puts a PPC into the Stalker's right arm, large laser into the Merlin's left leg, large laser into the Merlin's center torso, AC5 into the Stalker's right torso, AC5 into the center torso of the Stalker again, and then hits with 6 LRMs, doing 5 to the right arm, 1 to the right torso of the Stalker. Marauder puts an ERPPC into the Stalker's right arm, it's down to 12 internal structure, and that's it. Shadowhawk misses. So the Stalker took 20 damage, needs 9, rolls a 9. I don't think that we need to be violent against buildings right now. Maybe we do. you have shots on the stalker? Maybe. Oh, that's a bummer, man. Well, you'll have shots on the Merlin, so there's that. I'll still be at long range, which will be nice. Oh, that's funny. Shoot, I was hoping the Orion was going to get over far enough, but that building's in the way. Well, we can put a couple ER larges, hopefully, into the stalker. Who knows, maybe a medium will hit. Crazier things have happened. So we'll keep on putting rounds into the stalker for right now. As soon as maybe we just focused on the stalker, even though it's the biggest bad. But it's not like it actually has that much more armor than the Shadowhawk at this point, with everything we've put into it. You can see the stalker. Good for you. Oh, I see something bad happen to the stalker. So Condor puts PPC into the stalker's right leg, large laser into the Shadowhawk's right arm, large laser into the left leg of the Shadowhawk, AC5 into the stalker's right arm, down to 7 internal structure, and then 12 LR rems into the Shadowhawk, doing 5 to the right torso, 5 more to the right torso, and 2 to the left torso. Ostrak into the stalker, puts an ER large into the center torso. Marauder puts a PPC into the center torso, PPC to the left torso, and an LB10X into the right torso. The Stalker puts 4 LRMs into the Condor's left side, 8 LRMs into the left side as well, so it did a total of 12 damage there. The Shadowhawk puts an AC5 into the nose of the Condor. The Demolisher then is kind enough to put a Gauss rifle through the Stalker's right arm, destroying it, transferring 8 to the right torso. The Merlin puts PPC into the right side of the Condor. It's down to 120 armor there. The Awesome puts 2 PPCs into the Merlin, 1 into the right leg, 1 into the left torso. The Brutus misses with everything. The Shadowhawk took 20 damage. Needs a 7, rolls an 8. The Merlin took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 7. The Stalker took 60 damage, needs a 9, rolls a 5, falls onto the front, doing 5 to the right leg, 5 to the right torso, and then another 5 to the right torso. Critting with no effect, down to 15 internal structure, but the pilot avoids any hits. Good for you, bud. I mean, you might as well just, well, actually, wander there. It's fine. It'll be fine. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Honestly, you might as well just stay there. You go yonder. You have shots on nothing. I mean, you could have shots on the Shadowhawk with partial cover, which I'll take that. I will take it. Is that still, that's going to be, ooh. Hold on. Oh, that'll just barely be long range. But barely is close enough. So the Stalker Fell down, took 5 to the left arm, 4 to the left leg, eventually managed to stand up. And our Condor flew through a building, naturally, which is what the Condors do. I need to start immobilizing the Condor if it's on my team or in general. Do I get warm? Yeah, I can go 4 over. That's fine. Kind of think that we use you to go into the Shadowhawk. Hold on. Wait, what was that? Okay, we're good. Then who knows? Maybe we get lucky. Put a couple of Gauss rifles in. Crazier things have happened. And we can just fire all the things. I don't think the Stalker's going to have a good day. So the Stalker manages to put a large laser into the Condor's right side, large laser into the right side. The Shadowhawk at the Condor lands an AC-5 on the right side and 4 Deadfire LRMs doing 5 to the right side and 3 to the aft. The Ostrock into the Stalker puts medium laser into the right arm, transferring to the right torso, then medium laser into the center torso, and an ER large into the center torso. It's down to 0 armor there. The Merlin puts PPC into the right side of the Condor. It's down to 84 armor. Oh no. The Marauder into the Shadowhawk puts PPC into the center torso down to 9. PPC into the left arm down to 6. Well, Youngster, once again, does it because he's an overachiever. Puts a Gauss rifle into the right arm, transferring to the right torso, destroying the section, also critting on the SRM-6 ammo, causing the auto eject to enable, but also destroying the center torso just for good measure, because why not? The Kerensky, it doesn't matter. The Stalker's dead. The Brutus missed with everything. Awesome. The Shadowhawk puts a PPC into the right arm, PPC into the center torso, and missed with the last one because it goes into cover. Shadowhawk took 40 damage, needs an 8, rolls an 8. Okay, we are halfway to our objective. Whoop, whoop. It's not quite what I was hoping would happen with the Shadowhawk, but it's okay. That is a-okay fine. The Brutus. Oof, not going to be able to hit that Merlin at all, unfortunately. Well, I guess the awesome is not firing this turn. Oh, we have shots. We have no shots on the Shadowhawk. Oh, man, that's a bummer. So anything that can see the Merlin will have shoot at, the Merlin. But everything else will just, shoot at the building that the Merlin is being covered by. Well, we shot a building. We shot a building some more. The Ostrock and the Merlin puts an ER large into the left leg, medium laser to the left torso, ER large in the center torso, medium laser to the center torso. It's down to 5 armor. Then hits with a dead fire, doing 3 to the left torso. It's down to 0. Shadowhawk lands an AC5 into the right side of the Condor. Merlin firing at the Marauder puts PPC into the right leg. It's down to 19 armor. The Brutus brutalizes a building. It's down to 10 CF, unfortunately. Maybe we can punch it, though. Marauder at the Merlin puts PPC into the right arm, PPC into the center torso, critting on a gyro. Missed with everything else. So the Merlin took 40 damage and took a gyro hit. Needs a 10, rolls a 10, needs a 10, rolls an 8. Falls onto the right side, suffering 6 damage, doing 5, a total of 6 to the right torso, and the pilot takes a hit. Neato. Should be the last turn unless something crazy happens. Now I'm going to test something. Been seeing a lot of people talk, well, at least some people talk on Discord about how if you don't control the battlefield, then it doesn't let you pick people up. Or when you pick them up, they're missing out of everything. So we're going to test that out and see if that pilot goes missing. Okay, so the Merlin tried to stand up, fell down, took 5 to the center torso, 1 to the left arm. Pilot took another hit. Then he tried to stand, fell down, took 5 to the left torso, 1 more to the left torso, critting on a heat sink. And then he took another hit. So overall, not having a good day. And he may be about to have a worse day. I don't know. Oh, you have shots on. Okay. See if we can't do something about him. Just for funsies. That'll do her, I think. Just about do her. So the Kerensky into the Merlin puts medium laser into the right arm, medium laser to the right arm. Snub nose goes into the right arm, destroying it, transferring 4 to the right torso. Then we hit with 2 dead fire SRMs, hitting the center torso, critting on the LRM ammo, causing it to explode. The pilot blacks out. Also, they auto eject. Knees a 12, rolls a 6, fails, takes 3 additional damage, putting the pilot to 6 hits, killing the pilot. Then the center torso is also destroyed, so it had a bad day. If that wasn't enough, the Marauder also massacred that poor little Merlin. And the Ostrock, firing at the Shadowhawk, puts an ER large into the right torso, medium into the right arm, destroying the right arm, transferring to the right torso, ER large into the left torso, medium laser into the center torso, critting on an engine. And then we destroyed a building. Our Ostrock took a single hit to the left leg. So we'll hit /victory. because I think we can call that a victory. I don't think we need to smash anything this turn. Definitely don't step on the pilot. Okay, and we pick up Jason Wilson, Pirate Op 4. So let's look out for Jason Wilson when we get out of here. Nah, yes, okay. So at the end of the day, our 20,000 BV did in fact prevail over their 4,000 BV. This is my surprise face. And we did all the things, finish it up, go away, confirm. Let's look in our infirmary. Isn't that interesting? You, in fact, do not get to keep the pilots when you do not control the battlefield. That is very interesting. Unless you have to... do you have to wait for them to come back? That wouldn't make sense. Womp womp. All right. Well, at some point in time, we'll need to put in probably an issue report for that. Active personnel. And let's go to the next day. All right, some maintenance happens. Do some work on different stuff. Oh, good. We had some people come back, including Alpha Lance. Let's go ahead and take a look at the infirmary. Again, still, nope. So they are gone, which is unfortunate. So if we want, we can engage in this frontline disruption. The nice thing about it, so a large enemy force is advancing toward a critical objective, and it is your responsibility to stop them. Your mission is to disrupt their advance by preventing at least 50% of their force from reaching the opposite edge of the engagement zone. If they succeed in breaking through in large numbers, the consequences for our campaign will be severe. Expect a determined push, as the enemy will prioritize speed and aggression to force their way through. They may attempt to overwhelm your defenses with sheer numbers or concentrated strikes against weak points. You must hold firm, break their momentum, and deny them passage. Use the terrain, stagger your defenses, and eliminate high-value targets to throw their advance into disarray. We will control the battlefield at the conclusion of the engagement, ensuring that any remaining enemy assets are left for us to claim or destroy. This is our ground. Stand fast, hold the line, and make certain they go no further. Okay, cool. Well, they will be bringing a foot platoon, Bulldog, Awesome, Poe, Pike, and a Maxim. They will also have a Militia Mech and a Crusader. So there's some things for us to take there. They actually have some pretty okay pilots as well. So that's something to keep in mind. And then tomorrow, we will also have a frontline engagement. The enemy is fully committed to battle along the front line, engaging our forces in direct confrontation. Your mission is to break their offensive by defeating at least 50% of their forces. This engagement is a decisive clash. Victory here will shift the momentum of the war in our favor. Expect a determined enemy response. They will not withdraw easily and may attempt to reinforce their position as losses mount. Strike hard, exploit weaknesses, and maintain battlefield control. This is not a delaying action. This is a battle for dominance. The victor will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement, securing salvage and eliminating any remaining resistance. Ensure that when the dust settles, it is our forces standing over the wreckage. Crush them and claim the field. Well, we have two different battles where we have the potential to take some salvage. This one, they definitely have plenty of BV coming on in. So let's take a look. We have an Archer. Whoa. We have an Archer C? Really? Neato. They will have a rifleman, quick draw, stalker, another stalker, dervish, blackjack, the OG blackjack. That should be just the AC2s and sadness. Whitworth and a Manicore, as well as a Crusader, 2 more Stalkers, as if the first 3 weren't enough, and then a Battlemaster. And we will have, for allies, we'll have some artillery and a sad tank reinforcement. So we got that going for us, I guess. This one has the potential to give us the most salvage, but it's also technically the highest risk. But I think it's worth it. Let's go ahead and take a look and see how we're doing on the things. So Alpha Lance is fine. Bravo Lance is also fine now. Got the dueling grasshoppers there. Charlie Lance is super sad. Spooky's going to be out of commission for, only one more day. But Dominic, who we need to get this dude a call sign. I hope the screen isn't black. If your screen is black, try reloading. Let me look at something here. Nope. I just pull up the stream on Twitch and it looks like it's okay. So I think it's on your end. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, Firefox will be mean to you sometimes. That happens, unfortunately. But if I ever do have a problem with the stream, please definitely let me know. So I think Charlie Lance is still going to be kind of out of the fight for a minute. Unless I pull in a green pilot and put them into like a stalker or something like that. Or I can give them their own mech. That might not be a terrible idea. Maybe what we do. Now, just hear me out here. So you're a 4/6. That's not terrible. Why don't we throw you? You can go into the Warhammer that we got hanging out. We can pull. Oof. Pull Dominic and the Stalker out. We will throw the dot in with the Warhammer. And that will be that. What is Asteroid Lance assigned to? I can't remember. Asteroid is maneuver. So I'm thinking that is just such a terrible pilot. Even a 5/5 would be an improvement. Okay, I think that we throw one of our 5/5s into the guillotine, first of all. You go wander away. You, however, assign to a guillotine. Kerpow. You're not entirely wrong. You're not entirely wrong. However, there are two ways. We can also throw them into a training unit, of which I have none right now. In fairness, though, I can improve their... Okay, we'll do that for right now. Where did the guillotine? Can you improve anything? Are you improvable? No. You know, I'm just going to say I'm sharing the love. I'm sharing the love. I'm providing this pilot an opportunity to improve themselves as well. That's all. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So we will, I think that we put Alpha and Asteroid in against this madness. And then we'll go ahead and put all of our salvage in towards this as well. So Alpha, confirm. No, we're not going to worry about any of that. I could, but I'm not going to. And then we can also deploy Asteroid. Target number is 4. Well, I don't want to risk it for the biscuit. We have 14 support points. We're okay for right now. Ta-da! Down to 11, but that's okay. Okay, so we're going to just do a fleet and being for this one, I think. Make it hurt a little less when we don't succeed. Continue as ordered. And with that, let's go ahead and drop. Commence drop. We'll go ahead and bring recovery A and B. That should be plenty of techs, and okay. Now, the big thing I want to look at, yeah, I don't want all my reinforcements coming in from the west. We're just going to have everybody come in from the south. That should get everybody, yep, south. Good deal. And Dunzos. Oh no. Oh no, did I forget to look at something? I 100% forgot to look at something. I don't want to do a full moon night. I just don't want to. It'll make me sad. It'll make me so sad. There we go. We're going to try this again. No. Start. Commence. Go, go. Power Ranger. You look like you're really reading those slides over there. Use owners. Yes, please. Thank you. You know, as much as I love a good old short range brawl, today is not that day. Also, in case anybody was wondering, I am going to show you something really quick. So I've had a lot of people ask me before about these like colored rings that go out and away. I was yesterday years old when I discovered if you go to View, Client Settings, Game Board, and you scroll down, you can increase the opaqueness of the field of view overlay to make it much more obvious about colors and things like that. You can change the color of the discs that are to be highlighted based on the hue saturation format. And you can change the size of the discs. Haha. So I have set mine to 3, 6, 9. Oh, hello. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Where, no, don't do that. Where normally it's like 5, 10, 15, 20. So in case you were wondering, that is a thing that you can in fact do. And we'll just do that just so that it becomes super obvious for folks. Ta-da! Isn't that nice? Yes, they absolutely can. It's, if there's one thing that I think everybody has learned using MegaMek is that there may or may not be one or two options to adjust things. And, they are only ever the most intuitive and most obvious in the world. I mean, that's what happens when you have a complicated game, though. Things are going to be a little obscured at times. Oh, man. What to do? I think we let the Ostrock hopefully close the distance there. The von Luckner. Yes, this is 100% written by programmers for programmers. But I mean, if you look back at the history of MegaMek, that's exactly what it was. And it's somewhere on the MegaMek page. They actually have like the history of MegaMek and what its origins were. And it was literally a couple of programmers who used to play Battletech together, who then a couple of them moved away, and they wanted to keep playing Battletech, so they wrote a program in Java so that they could keep playing it. We'll put the von Luckner here. I mean, I'm never going to be sad about what this is because it has allowed me and so many other people to continue to play a game that we love in situations where a lot of times you wouldn't be able to. With my schedule, trying to find time to play Battletech with somebody on tabletop would be challenging, to say the least. Oh, don't do that. Yeah, 20 years ago, that's why they picked Java. Sure, could there be better things now? Sure. But even today, finding a language and a system that is as easily portable as Java is challenging. It has a lot of challenges associated with it being Java, but you would have challenges no matter what. Just got to pick your poison. And this is going to sound probably really bad, but in a way, I almost really like that MegaMek is not the most beautiful game in the world, because it kind of kind of helps make sure that the people who are using it are ones who actually care about like playing Battletech for the sake of Battletech versus people who are playing games because, oh, it was pretty. Oh, that probably doesn't make any sense. Oh, I forgot that we have allied artillery. So we'll use the Ostrox and the guillotine to close the distance, kind of in the middle on the left side, since they're a tiny bit faster, kind of, sort of. And then we will also, that's an interesting combination of shots. And then we'll use some of our longer range folks over on the high ground on the right side and see if we can't get some control there. Is that an ultra heavy? No, it's just heavy. Well, that's interesting. They are just moving en masse straight across. That is one way to do that. Yeah, let's go there. I don't think we're going to be able to shoot a whole heck of a lot. Okay, well, you can see the stalker. You can't shoot the stalker. You think they have enough stalkers? You know, for an earlier, like a Succession War era mech, the stalker is not bad. It does a pretty good job at a lot of things. I feel like it doesn't age quite as well as some of the other mechs do, but still not bad. It's got its place. It can get a little toasty. It can definitely get warm. You have to do you have to be a little careful with what you're shooting and when. But at least you know that the pilot won't be cold. So you got that going for you. Yeah. for new pilots in the 3025, like the mid-succession war era, fantastic, absolutely phenomenal. You know, the crazy thing is that I didn't start playing with a lot of like heavier mechs or assault mechs until I've been playing this game for a long time, because whenever I would play on tabletop, we would always use mostly like lights and heavies, the occasional, or sorry, lights and mediums with the occasional heavy, pretty much never an assault mech. Because my brother and I would do games where like the objective was you have two scouting forces that are meeting on a field, and the objective is to prevent the enemy scouting units from leaving the field, or get like 50% of your units to like the 2/3 of the way across the map and then return back to your starting edge. Oh, and the artillery landed a shot on one of the stalkers, doing 25 damage in 5 damage increments to the left arm, left leg, left arm, and right arm, and 15 damage to the quick draw, doing 5 to the right leg, right arm, and left torso. Then another long tom landed a shot on the quick draw, doing 15 damage, 5 to the left torso or rear, 5 to the left leg, and 5 more to the left torso or rear, critting on heat sink and a medium laser. 5 damage to the right torso of the stalker, critting with no effect, and 5 to the left torso of the rifleman. Oof, ouch. And another one lands, doing a total of 15 to the quick draw, 5 to the left torso or rear, 5 to the left arm, and 5 more to the left torso or rear. It's down to 1 internal structure. Man, allied artillery actually being allied for once. It's kind of weird. Then 5 more damage to one of the stalkers, doing 5 to the right leg, and a hit to the rifleman, doing 5 to the left leg. So the quick draw took 40 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 5, takes 5 to the right arm, 1 to the center torso, and the pilot avoids taking a hit. Stalker took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls an 8. Neato. That does not make me even a little bit sad. Sad day, just outside of range. Oh, only 8s to hit, huh? I'll take that. I'll take 8s on the ER largest. That's okay. Oh. 1 hex outside of range. You're way outside of range for the PPC. Okay, cool. But, oh, you've got the AC-10. And range for the LRMs, though. Why not? We'll give it a whirl. Remember, friends, you miss 100% of the shots that you do not take. Enemy stalker killed some trees. Our Ostrak missed. Enemy stalker misses. Our Orion misses. Our bunny missed. No, we did pretty good on the initiative. There we go. That is unfortunate that we can't get more shots across. Might be able to see that quick draw, which would be nice. Then the next question is, okay, cool, you're in range. So as we already saw, the quick draw got up. Our artillery lands some more rounds, doing 5 to the rifleman's left leg. It's now 2 armor, putting 15 damage into the stalker, 5 to the center torso, and a total of 10 to the right arm. And everything else missed. And we can see a stalker over yonder. And an 8 on a Gauss rifle is never too shabby. Ooh, oh man, you gotta love Range Master Long. 5s on the PPCs. Why, yes, please. We'll get warm. We'll get warm this turn. We'll cool down next turn, and then we'll turn around and do it again. Well, I guess we should not fire on a 15. That probably seems a little silly. Of course, naturally. All right, well, we'll put the LRMs in the general direction of the quick draw. Maybe something magical will happen. But 8s on the PPCs from power should be A-okay. Oh, hello. What are you shooting at me with? You're shooting at me with a PPC. Oh, no, you're shooting at me with an LRM. Okay, that makes sense. Once again, just barely out of range. Oh, that hurts me. That right there hurts me. Cat, why? I don't want to eat your fur. So our Kerensky at the stalker misses with the Gauss rifle. Our Awesome puts 2 PPCs into the stalker, hitting the right torso and the left arm. Ostrok firing at the stalker lands an ER large into the right torso. Other Orion misses. Our Crusader lands 6 LR rems into the quick draw, doing 5 to the center torso, 1 to the left torso. The Marauder at the quick draw puts PPC into the right arm down to 1 armor. PPC into the center torso down to 1 armor. Sorry, 1 internal structure on the right arm. And then miss with the LB and 10X. Stalker firing at the Kerensky lands 8 LRMs, doing 5 to the left leg, 3 to the center torso. Other Stalker misses. The other Stalker misses. Our Ostrok puts an ER large into the left Stalker. So the quick draw took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 9. One of the Stalkers took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 10. Everybody stays standing. So heat happens. The Awesome is a little warm. Everybody else is doing fine. Hey, no, don't do that. And we're doing okay. That is a very strong choice by that quick draw. Now, who all do I have to kill here? So just the Op 4 and the Mech Commander. So I have to destroy 3 of the 5 that I'm currently facing, which ain't too bad. Actually, what happens if I go there? You are in range of the LRMs, finally. So this turn, hopefully we can get the quick draw out of here. Maybe we can get that stalker out up here. It's 3H, right? Which one are you? I think you're the 3H, but I'm not 100% sure. Who are you? You. I really want to get the Von Luckner up close and personal because I just want to put an AC-20 into somebody. That would make me happy. So the artillery lands around close to the stalker, doing 5 to the center torso. Everything else missed by a wide margin. So do you think... look, you don't know the pirates. They might, if you pay them enough, they might just do it. What do you think? Is the quick draw going to survive through the weapons fire phase into the physical attack phase? Because I don't have a good feeling for him. I don't think that his prospects are looking good. Ironically, a 10 is better. Oof. Once again, the 10 is gooder. All right, like I said, we'll cool down this turn. It's fine. I really am hoping that the quick draw and the stalker right here just kind of evaporate this round. Our guillotine lands a medium laser into the head of the quick draw down to 4 armor, and the pilot takes a hit. The enemy quick draw misses with everything. Enemy rifleman misses. Our Kerensky hits with the medium laser against the quick draw into the right leg. Naturally missed with the PPC and the Gauss rifle. Our Crusader firing at the Stalker misses. One of the Stalkers firing at the Kerensky misses. The Archer misses with everything. Our Awesome puts a PPC into the left arm of the Stalker down to 7 internal structure, critting on a heatsink, and another PPC into the center torso. Another Stalker misses. The Marauder misses everything. Brutus misses everything. Ostrak, man, nobody can hit anything. Did I hire stormtroopers this week? One of the Ostraks puts an ER large into the quick draw's left arm down to 8 internal structure. Demolisher missed with both Gauss rifle rounds. Needs a 7, rolls a 6, needs a 7, rolls a 6. Ostrak firing at the quick draw puts an ER large into the quick draw's right torso, then medium laser into the center torso down to 60 internal structure, and a medium laser into the right arm, destroying the right arm, transferring some to the right torso. The streak hits, doing a total of 4 to the left torso. Quick draw took 40 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 8. Stalker took 20 damage, needs a 6, rolls a 5. Goes on to the left side, doing a total of 9 to the center torso, critting with no effect. Other star, never mind, but the pilot takes no hits. Well, if you're not going to be kind enough to die, how about we kick you? Oh, good. So the guillotine missed. The quick draw missed. The Ostrock did not miss. Kicked the right leg, doing 12 damage down to 7 internal structure, critting on the upper leg. The guillotine missed to kick, needs a 5, rolls a 4. Takes 5 to the right leg, 2 to the right arm, and naturally, the pilot takes a hit. Quick draw needs a 6, rolls a 7, needs a 6, rolls a 5. Falls down onto the left side, doing a total of 6 to the left leg. Critting with no effect is down to 4 armor, and the pilot avoids taking a hit. Good for you. And overall, we're doing pretty good on the heats. Oof, did not roll quite as well on the initiative that time around. I would really like to have this all closed out before round 8, before all their reinforcements show up. While I would love to get more salvage, I don't think it's going to be worth the hits that I'm going to take. Oh, we had some reinforcements arrive. That's what happened. Our tank reinforcements showed up. Well, I think the right answer is to not get too close to all of the madness. Otherwise, I'm going to be taking friendly artillery fire, and that seems like a bad idea. We'll just stay right there for right now. We will bring our awesome over. The Crusader. Yeah, we'll keep closing the distance. Why not? Brutus can also close the distance. Von Luckner just needs to bust through and try to get close to that stalker. Inquiring minds want to know what's going to happen with that stalker. Everybody succeeded on all of their checks, which doesn't make for any good stories. Oh, but some of the woods just went away. So the sprint tagged quick draw. And the long tom landed around, doing 5 to one of the stalkers into the left torso, then hitting a different stalker for 15 damage, doing 5 to the left torso, 5 to the left arm, and 5 to the right leg. And another round hits going into stalker number 1, doing 5 to the right torso rear. Okay, maybe we can have a miracle and we'll hit on 7s. Okay, well, I'm really, really, really hoping that this quick draw, dies, just so I don't have to worry about it anymore. Oh, hello. Hey, I thought you said that there were no volunteers lining up for an AC-20. That looks an awful lot like a volunteer. I don't know. Looks like a volunteer to me. I don't. He looks like he's walking forward of his own accord to me. Don't hold me to it, but it looks like he decided all on his lonesome to go on a little walk. But you asked who in their right mind. Are pirates truly in their right mind? I don't think so. Man, I feel like I have fur all over my face from that silly cat. Okay, I think we finally dealt with the guillotine, friends. Oof. Okay. Stalker lands some SRMs into the Ostrak, doing 2 to the left torso, 2 to the right torso. Who is this? This is... Oh, that's my less good Ostrak. It's not Minerva. And then lands another 4 SRMs, doing 2 to the left arm, 2 to the center torso, 2 to the left arm, and 2 to the left leg. Marauder misses with everything. The Kerensky finally lands some stuff, putting a snub nose into the right leg of the quick draw, destroying that. And then Gauss rifle into the left torso rear, destroying that. And the Ostrak puts an ER large into the left arm of the Stalker, destroying that. ER large into the right torso, medium laser into the left torso, medium laser into the center torso, critting with no effect. Awesome into the Stalker. Hits with 2 of the PPCs going into the left torso and the right leg. The guillotine lands some rounds onto the quick draw, putting a large laser into the right torso rear, critting on medium laser rear. The Archer puts an ER medium into the quick draw's left torso rear. Our Crusader misses. The Brutus misses with everything. The Von Luckner hits with an SRM-6 into the Stalker, hitting with 4 missiles, doing 2 to the center torso, 2 to the left torso, and another 4 to the center torso. Then lands an AC-20 into the left arm of the Stalker, and 2 Deadfire SRMs hit, doing 3 to the right leg and 3 to the left arm. Our other Ostrak, piloted by Minerva, puts an ER large into the right torso of the Rifleman, ER large into the right torso of the Rifleman, down to 13 internal structure. Enemy Stalker firing at the Ostrak puts a large laser into the center torso, and 5 SRMs hit, doing 2 to the right leg, 2 to the left torso, 2 to the right arm, and 4 more to the right leg. The other stalker over on the right side puts a large laser into the von Luckner's left side, doing some minor motive damage. The quick draw lost the leg, automatically falls onto its rear, doing 5 to the right leg, 5 to the right torso, rear, which ultimately results in the SRM4 ammo exploding. And that should get capped out. It destroys the right torso, ends up destroying the center torso after transfer. Oh, that is a very fun preset. Then the stalker on the left, I believe is what that is, needs a 7, rolls a 5, it takes a tumble, gets onto the right side, it takes 5 to the right arm, 4 to the right torso, critting with no effect. The other stalker succeeds. Our Ostrock, unfortunately, took 20 damage, needs a 5, rolls a 4, falls onto the left side, doing a total of 6 to the center torso. But fortunately, our pilot does not take a hit. So the Awesome's warm. Everybody else is doing okay-ish. Big on the ish. Not terrible rolls. Oof. And some of their reinforcements have arrived. As long as we just kind of, ignore them, shoot everybody else, will be fine. Everything will be fine. We just need the von Luckner to deal with the stalker. I mean, the bigger challenge right now is actually getting into a decent firing position without getting demolished by our own artillery. I would be super cool if our artillery took out all of this, all of that shrubbery. Really? I think you're drunk. I think I should have backed my awesome up just a little bit, unfortunately. Oops. All right, everything succeeds on all of its movement rolls. Good for them. We have some weapons fire land or some artillery fire land. Stalker takes 5 damage to the right arm. Good. Our Orion and our Ostrak took 5 damage each. Orion 5 to the left torso, and then the Ostrak 5 to the right torso. And the Stalker again takes 5 to the right leg. Isn't that nice? I think we can just focus down the Stalker, especially since the right side is what's exposed and that's what's hurting. I think we focus down this Stalker. Get a little warm. It'll be okay. Oh man, really? Can't quite rotate far enough. Well, we'll get plenty warm trying to deal with this close Stalker. See what we can do. But go and see if we can't make a little magic happen against the riflemen. We can go 12 over 1 turn. It'll be fine. I don't know who this is about to be very bad for, but it's going to be very bad for somebody involved. And that somebody may actually be me. Not quite sure yet. So our Kerensky going into the Stalker puts a medium laser under the right arm, but misses with everything else. Why? Our Crusader at the Stalker hits with 6 LRMs, doing 5 to the right leg, 1 to the right torso. Our Orion puts medium laser into the Stalker's right arm, and AC-10 into the right torso. It critted on the SRM-6 ammo, but it was empty, so it has no effect. But we critted on the large laser. Manicore firing at the Ostrak misses. Stalker firing at the Orion misses. Enemy Stalker firing at our Ostrak with Minerva puts a medium laser into the left arm, medium laser into the left leg, medium laser into the right arm, and lands 2 SRMs, doing 2 to the center torso, 2 to the right leg. Ostrak firing at the Stalker puts the ER large into the right torso, medium laser into the left arm, ER large into the left leg, medium laser into the left arm. Saladin misses the Stalker. Our Archer at the Rifleman misses with earthing. Blackjack firing at the Ostrak puts an AC-2 into the Ostrak's left torso. Could be worse. Dervish firing at the Ostrak puts 6 LRMs into the Ostrak, doing 5 to the left arm. We're down to 0 armor. And 1 to the left arm, critting on the upper and lower arm, down to 9 internal structure. The Awesome puts PPC into the Stalker's left arm, critting on the SRM-6 and large laser. Then a PPC into the right arm, blowing off the right arm. PPC into the right torso, destroying the right torso, critting on the heatsink, because it doesn't exist anymore. Our guillotine on the other stalker. Large laser into the right torso, medium laser into the right arm, medium laser into the right arm. How are you hitting on 10s? But we couldn't hit on 6s. I will never understand. The Brutus does the work, puts a PPC into the right torso of the rifleman, critting on the medium laser. Stalker misses, rifleman misses, Drillson. SRM2 hits it with a dead fire, doing 3 to the left torso against the Whitworth, and 1 dead fire into the Whitworth's center torso. Minerva fires a large laser into the Stalker's left leg, down to 7 armor. Large laser into the center torso, double crit on the engine. And the medium laser to the center torso, crit on the gyro. Our Demolisher misses on 6s with the double Gauss rifles. So the 3F took 60 damage, needs a 10, rolls a 5. Takes another engine hit. Engine is destroyed. That Stalker is gone. The other Stalker took 40 damage, needs a 7, rolls an 8. Minerva took 20 damage, needs a 3, rolls a 6. Cool beans. Awesome's at 12 heat. We'll have to let him cool down a little. Orion's at 6. Blackjack is at 6. Not too bad. Hopefully we can put in the work and deal with that last Stalker. Or the Rifleman. I don't care. Either one. Honestly. Either one would be just totes fine. Actually, you thought going into medium range of an AC-20 with a +1 modifier was insane? You know what's even more insane? Walking into short range. They have a death wish. They have an absolute death wish, and I'm here for it. Yeah, I'll be fine. Oof, left arm and right arm are not hot. Let's just back you up to right about... Back you up to there. The lucky dice did not work forever. In fact, they very much did not work forever. Can't quite get there. All right. Don't back up into the water. That seems like a bad idea. That pilot of that Stalker literally just said over the comms, "Hold my beer," and started walking. Oh. The rifleman takes a round, doing 5 to the right torso, destroying the right torso, transferring to the center torso, 5 more to the center torso, and 5 to the left arm. And then the dervish takes a little bit to the left leg. A stalker is one of them. Actually, ironically, probably one of the best suited for walking straight into an AC-20 is potentially the Cyclops. Because the face cowl will absorb a little bit of it. Not, a lot, but some. Oh, that's annoying. And it only has the one eye. You might be right. What I can tell you is that that's a 4 to hit on an AC-20. There have been choices that were made. They might not be made again, but they were made on this day. Hey, what's going on, Eclectic Bibliophile? Well, we defended a dropship rather handily, and now we are fighting off what would you call this? A gang of stalkers? A horde of stalkers? A clouter of stalkers? Perhaps? Anyways, we're fighting off a whole bunch of stalkers, including one that decided it was a great idea to walk straight up to a von Luckner that was stationary. Ooh, a menace of stalkers. I like that. Yeah, no less than, I think, what, five or six stalkers that we're going against. Oh, sure. Can't shoot anything else, shoot him. Might as well get warm. Oh, I have a not good feeling about that stalker surviving. Our Crusader lands LRM-10 into the Rifleman, hitting with 6 missiles, doing a total of 6 to the left torso, then lands another 4, doing 4 to the left torso. The Kerensky, firing at the Rifleman, lands a snub nose into the right torso that transfers to the center torso. And Gauss rifle hits, hitting the left arm, critting on the large laser. Blackjack misses. The Archer misses. One of the stalkers firing at the von Luckner puts a large laser into the front, a large laser into the turret, lands 2 Deadfire SRMs, doing 3 to the front, another 3 to the front, then another 2 Deadfires hit, doing a total of 6 to the turret. Fortunately, the von Luckner has armor, as one does when you just tote around an AC-20 and your name is not Saladin. The Whitworth misses. Von Luckner hits with the Flamer, doing a little bit to the left arm, then hits with 4 SRMs, hitting the right arm, center torso, and the left arm, critting on LRM 10. 5 more SRMs hit, doing 2 to the left leg, head, right torso, center torso, and left torso. Then, naturally, the AC-20 hits, going into the left arm, blowing that right off and transferring 10 to the left torso. Machine gun missed, no big loss. And we hit with 1 Deadfire SRM, putting 3 into the center torso. Like you do. The Drillson misses. Our Marauder firing at the Stalker puts PPC into the left torso, medium pulse into the right arm, PPC into the right torso, LB-10X into the left arm that transfers to the left torso down to 9 internal structure, medium pulse going all the way to the left torso down to 3 internal structure. Whew. Our Orion firing at one of the Stalkers puts a medium laser into the center torso, critting with no effect, AC-10 into the right leg. The MekHQ puts PPC into the Orion K, the right arm. Our Ostrak hits the MekHQ with an ER large in the front, critting with no effect. Our other Ostrak firing at the Stalker puts an ER large in the left torso, medium in the left leg, ER large in the right leg, medium laser into the left arm, missed with the streak. The other Stalker puts a medium laser into the right leg of the Orion, medium laser into the right arm, medium laser into the right leg. And 2 Deadfire SRMs into the Brutus, doing a total of 6 of the turret. The Awesome hits with 2 PPCs, hitting the right torso and the right torso again, destroying the right torso, blowing off the right limb, transferring 1 to the center torso. It's down to 25 armor. Saladin shoots and a miss with AC-20. Brutus hits with a PPC to the center torso of the Stalker, Demolisher into the Stalker. Gauss Rifle hits the left arm down to 2 internal structure. Needs a 3. Rolls a 2. Come on. So the Orion K took 20 damage, needs a 4, rolls an 11. Rifleman took 20 damage, needs a 7, rolls a 9. Stalker number 2 needs a 9, rolls a 2, falls to the left side, destroying the left torso, critting on its Deadfire ammo, exploding, causing 18 damage. And then the auto eject enables, ejecting the pilot, transferring a bit to the center torso, but we're good. Now the Stalker, the other Stalker on the right, took 80 damage, needs a 9, rolls a 7, takes some damage to the right arm that transfers to the right torso, which then transfers to the center torso, and then 4 more damage to the center torso, and the pilot avoids taking a hit. Well, that's a victory for us. That got us our, yes, putting the dead into Deadfire. That, as they say, is that. Ta-da! We could have hung out and probably gotten a little bit more salvage, but I always end the game when we hit the objectives for a couple of reasons. One, just to kind of get us into the next thing. Also, that was kind of the intent, was when you hit the objectives, you are done. Kind of prevents you from just hoarding salvage. I control the field. But lastly, very rarely does the salvage you take outweigh the amount of damage that you take. So the Rifleman got out of there just limping away. I have a question that I need answered. It's so funny that the Blackjack doesn't have anti-air targeting. You feel like it should, but it doesn't. Call that good. All of that is done. And voila. So unfortunately, we just pulled out all of our salvage stuff in order to grab 2 mechs. Womp womp. Do I care about taking either one of these Stalkers? I could take both and leave me with some left over. Might as well. Then I can put forward, I can make an entire lance of Orions and an entire lance of Stalkers. Wouldn't that be fun? All right, how bad was the hit? We have another compound fracture. That's less than ideal. A shoulder compound fracture, that's not good for your health. Not at all. Not at all. All right, nobody got hurt, right? No. Okay. Cool. Advance the day. And let's see what tomorrow brings, with it being a whole new month and everything. Sweet. We didn't lose anybody. All right, so we have a decisive victory. The enemy forces are wavering. The enemy is in a dire state with most of their forces destroyed or incapacitated. Their ability to fight is severely compromised and morale is near breaking. Understood. So we've got some cool stuff happening there. Got some, ooh, hey, look at you. Awarded for 4 years of service. Dram, congratulations. Thank you so much for all that. So it depends, actually. If it's your collarbone, like up here, right? Well, actually, it's easier to see over here. So like right here, quite a few football players or rugby players will end up with compound fractures there because you take a really hard hit and you literally split the clavicle and then it pokes on through. So in a mech, I would imagine that during the fall, which is where he actually took the hit, cyclists too, absolutely. Cyclists do it, a bunch of things, but you take a fall, so essentially you tumble, 20 feet, and you get thrown across like the front of your mech, and you just shatter your collarbone. Not everybody wears their seatbelt, my friend. Some people are too cool for it. New pilot, new mech, think he's a cool kid. Yes. Oh, absolutely. It's kind of like riding down the road on a motorcycle without a helmet. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Anything fun? Some SRM carriers. That wouldn't be too bad. What do we have for mechs? Nothing terribly exciting. Okie dokes. Ooh, but a hunchback. Very nice, very nice. All right. And with that, why don't we get started with exploring just a touch again? Merp. All right, we'll use a balanced. Yeah, we get some pretty okay stuff here. We get 2.8 billion C bills worth of stuff for half price. I think it's pretty worth it. Let's go ahead and hit it. Colonel, proceeding cautiously through the current sector with all units maintaining readiness for sudden enemy attacks from concealed positions. Sensor sweeps and infrared scans are being conducted regularly to detect possible hostile movements. So far, no significant contact has been made, and convoy progress remains on schedule. Understood. doing some things. Doing all of the things. All right. And let's go ahead and repair all of the boys and girls. All right. So I have been streaming for about an hour and a half. I'm going to take a quick, like, 5-minute break ish, grab another soda, and I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you would follow the channel. And if you're feeling super generous, you can be cool, like good old Power. And, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you got one of those fancy Twitch primes that are subscriptions that you're not using, you can throw it my way if you're really feeling generous. Anyways, I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Okay, thanks for hanging out. Let's go ahead and jump back into it. And full disclosure, I'll probably only stream for about another 30 or 45 minutes, just so that I can make sure I can wake up and go to work tomorrow. However, that's all good. We fixed some stuff. We did the things. Let's go ahead and go forward one day, maybe 2 days. All right, we did some maintenance. Things are getting better for us now that we're not hemorrhaging people from our force reputation being terrible or other things like that. Things are starting to look up a little bit. Oh dear. Hold on. Did I have somebody leave and my field kitchen is not fully staffed? Or do I just need another field kitchen? I might just need another field kitchen. Isn't that neat? Where it at? There it is. Oh, I just need another field kitchen. Is there one for sale magically? Absolutely not. All right. Well, originally I was going to see about, let's activate you. Kind of want to see what I can do here. I kind of want to customize. Wait, cancel. Customize in MekLab. I just want to see. Let's drop that down to 0. Equipment. Oh, wait, hold on. Tech level experimental. Equipment. Industrial. Other. Probably other. Field kitchen. Haha, 3 tons. You can throw a field kitchen on a pickup truck. Let's see here. Equipment. Strap it onto the back of a truck. Like so. What's up? All right. And that, as they say, is that. Let's go ahead and save this bad boy. And just for funsies, refit to a field kitchen. It's going to take a hot minute, but I think it'll be great. Acquire and use a refit kit. Give me a decent mechanic like that one. And let's see what happens. Advance the day. All of our folks came home. It's pretty great. Oh, there they are. Wow. That's right next door. That's neat. Well, that just kicked off a couple of things for us. Oh, and it's an essential mission. Look at that. So we have a critical convoy escort. This is happening in 2 days. An Allied convoy carrying critical supplies is moving through hostile territory, and a large, heavily armed enemy force is preparing to intercept. Your mission is to ensure that at least 50% of the convoy reaches the far edge of the engagement area intact. These supplies are essential to sustaining our war effort, and failure is not an option. The enemy will come in force, but their attack is not unstoppable. If a full escort proves untenable, you have an alternative path to victory. Should at least 50% of the convoy survive while you destroy or rout 50% of the attacking enemy force, the mission will be considered a success. Breaking their offensive will allow the convoy to continue forward without resistance. We will control the field when at the end of the battle, giving you full authority to dictate the engagement on our terms. Use the terrain to stagger your defenses and counter their assault with precision. Hold the line, protect the convoy, and ensure these supplies reach their destination. Victory here will secure our war effort in this area. Well, got one pilot with compound fracture. I take Bravo Lance. That might not be a bad idea. I kind of want to swap out the Victor, though, because I don't want to have to try to get really close. I feel like I need more mobility, especially in, yeah, hot mountain, dry savanna. Mayhaps. What do I have? What do I have that we can plop you into? Whoops. Yeah, the Merlin isn't bad. I feel like I need to refit it a little bit, just a touch. Oh, maybe we'll just stick with the Victor. I'm sure it'll buff. All right, critical convoy escort. Let's drop Bravo Lance onto you. Well, the enemy is bringing a Maxim, a Vedette, another Maxim, another Vedette with the AC2 variant, another Vedette, a Shadowhawk, and a couple of foot platoons. And for our convoy, we've got a whole pile of APCs. Great. And let's see if we can make the magic happen. Send in our folks, and away we go. And they should be coming in from the north, correct? Oh, no, they're in the center. Well, in that case, again, I'm not sure I even want to drop mines. Oh, those are some pretty terrible rolls. How many do I have to kill? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have to destroy 4 things. 4 whole things. And then we have secured our path to victory. Well, it'd be not. Oh, Mr. Shadowhawk, did you make a critical error? Not super critical. Not yet. Yeah, why don't we try to shoot the vedettes? 7's not bad. 9, not quite as great. But fortunately, vedettes don't have that much armor. And hopefully we can just immobilize them right away. And that would be great. Everybody seems to be wanting to shoot at my grasshopper. He never hurt anybody. He just hopped around. Hop, hop, hop. No, why fragmentation? All right, the Vedette misses. Other Vedette misses. Cataphract misses with everything. Our Grasshopper is about the only thing that hits anything. He hits with an ER large and the Shadowhawk's right arm down to 8 armor. Slightly better rolls. Here's to hoping we don't roll a 3. I mean, one way to deal with this is to hop on over to that foot platoon and just, smack it with a couple of flamers. And then that would get one of the 4 out of the way. Oof. Yeah. Supercharger failed, but reroll with edge. That's not quite the edge that I wanted, or not quite what I wanted to burn my edge on, but okay, fine. Let's see your ER large at a Vedette, perhaps. See if we can smack it. And if we can immobilize a Maxim, that'll put us off to a great start. Well, not a lot of options. We'll try to shoot the Shadowhawk. Just for funsies, we'll light off some stuff towards the infantry. The Maxim misses. Vedette misses. Maxim. Oh, Allied Maxim lands some dead fires on infantry platoon, killing a couple of them. Allied APC misses. Our Grasshopper misses. Our Cataphract misses. Our Grasshopper misses. The enemy Vedette misses. The enemy Maxim misses. The other enemy Vedette puts an AC2 into the Grasshopper's left torso. Our Victor hits with an SRM4, doing 2 damage, 24 men alive. And that's it. I don't appreciate how the enemy keeps on running away from me. It's making my job a lot harder, and I'm not a fan, personally. Okay, thanks. All right, good deal. We had at least one thing flee the battlefield. That's pretty great. Let's see if we can't deal with a Vedette just a little tiny bit. Who knows, maybe I can magically hit a Maxim now on 7s. Why, yes, I would like you to shoot them with a machine gun and some flamers. The Grasshopper, the Vedette, hits with a medium laser to the left side. Miss with everything else. Our allied heavy hover APC puts a machine gun into the front of the Vedette twice, doing a little bit of damage. Our other APC misses. Cataphract at the Maxim lands a PPC into the front, LB-10X into the turret. Our Grasshopper at the Maxim misses. Vedette at the Cataphract misses. Foot platoon at the Victor misses. Victor at the foot platoon hits with a flamer, doing 10 damage to the foot platoon. They're down to 14. Then puts a medium laser into the Vedette, misses with everything else. Vedette firing at the APC immobilizes it with an AC5. Maxim at the Cataphract misses. Maxim at the Maxim on Maxim action misses. Vedette at the Victor lands an AC2 into the left arm. Shadowhawk at the APC destroys the APC after blowing off the turret, which is unfortunate. So the Victor is a touch warm. It's a touch. Oh, shoot. I think the place for the biggest bang for a buck is probably over here with these two vedettes. Not 100% sure. It's kind of hard to say. One, two, three, four. So I can get as far as there. Not going to be able to hit anything once I land, but I can get there. Lots of PSRs and everybody succeeded. All right, hopefully we can just toast the foot platoon this turn and not worry about anything else. And also, hopefully we can just roast the vedette and that'll be fine as well. So the foot platoon on the Victor causes 6 damage, doing 2 to the left arm, 2 to the left leg, 2 to the left torso. Grasshopper against the vedette lands a medium laser into the front with minor motive damage and a large laser into the right side. Victor on the foot platoon lands a machine gun, lands a flamer, and destroys the foot platoon. So that's 1 of 4. Vedette against the cataphract lands an AC 5 into the left arm. Should have taken it into the head, but takes it in the left arm instead. We're down to 2 edge. Our allied APC got taken out by a vedette. Allied Maxim firing on a vedette hits with 4 Inferno missiles, but missed with everything else. The Shadowhawk misses. Foot platoon against the enemy Maxim. Causes 2 damage to the turret. Cataphract against the vedette puts me impulse into the left side. PPC into the front. And LB-10X into the front is down to 0 armor. Vedette firing against the Grasshopper puts an AC 2 into the center torso, as well as an Inferno missile into it. So we gain 2 heat. Our other Grasshopper puts an ER large into the turret of a vedette, and that's it. Honestly, the Victor should be able to take care of the vedette because he should be able to turn right and have a good line of fire. Oh, man. Why, yes. All right, everybody succeeds once again, which is pretty great. Now we are in a position to kick a Maxim, which everyone always likes to kick a Maxim. Oh, that'll hurt. It's a 4 for the AC 20. unload all the medium lasers and a heavy laser into the vedette, hope for the best. And for you, unload your medium lasers and your large and your streak and hope for the best. For you, just fire all the things. Oh, so the Victor puts an AC-20 through the front of the vedette, destroying the vedette. Shadowhawk firing at the Maxim. You're right, it's a vedette, but still. Vedettes can be surprisingly sturdy. They're tenacious. Anyways, our allied vedette, our allied Maxim takes a bunch of damage, becomes immobilized. However, our Maxim fires at their Maxim, lands a streak 2, putting 2 to the left side, 2 to the front, immobilizing the vehicle. Whoop, whoop. Machine gun hits the left side, and that's it from them. Grasshopper into another vedette, medium laser into the front, medium laser into the front, large laser into the front, critting with 2 internal structure, no crits though. Enemy Maxim firing the Cataphract, lands 4 Deadfire SRMs, doing 3 to the center torso, a total of 6 to the left torso and 3 to the left leg. Other Grasshopper firing at the other vedette, puts a medium laser into the front, causing moderate motive damage. Another medium laser into the front, ER large into the front, down to 3 internal structure, killing the commander. And the streak misses. Cataphract firing at the Maxim, lands medium pulse into the left side, ERPPC into the rear, immobilizing the vehicle, medium pulse into the left side, and LB-10X hits the turret, down to 1 internal structure. I think we're going to be okay, friends. Still, you get enough vedettes and they can cause a real problem. Plus, AC-5s cause a lot of magic BBs. A lot of golden BBs come out of them. And then we kick it. Oh, and there goes the Maxim, halfway to our goal. Actually, no. 3/4 of the way to our goal. Even better. I mean, just for funsies. Nah, I'm just going to play it safe and plop right there. Because there's not a lot of point in doing a ton of work right now. All I have to do is destroy one of them. And it'd be great if I didn't destroy the Maxim, because then I can take it home with me. Neato. All right, let's see if we can do something with the Shadowhawk, just for funsies. All right, so our Maxim firing at their Maxim lands a streak into the turret twice. Then 6 Infernos hit, stunning the crew, jamming the turret, and destroying the stabilizer. We hit the left side with a machine gun. It's still immobile, and the machine gun hits again, going into the turret. Enemy Maxim firing at our allied Maxim, lands a machine gun into the turret, machine gun into the right side, machine gun into the right side, and hits with 3 Inferno missiles, injuring the driver and causing the streak 2 to malfunction. Our Victor hits the foot platoon a couple of times. They're down to 18. Grasshopper at the Vedette hits with a medium laser into the turret. Cataphract on the Shadowhawk hits the right torso with the LB-10X. Foot Platoon hits the Vedette with 1 damage into the front, down to 2 internal structure. Our Grasshopper lands a shot into the front, destroying the Vedette. So slash. Victory. Victory is ours. Shadowhawk misses the Cataphract. Foot Platoon on the Foot Platoon does 1 damage. Hey, don't judge. No GIF. Yes, save. We did the things. We came, we did our job, we left. I control the field though. Oh, all those poor foot platoons that just got abandoned. I mean, it doesn't matter if I click any of those. Did all of those things. Finish. So let's pull those bad boys out. Grab all of these. And you. All right, which one was the one that was not just completely mushed? This one. Because this one got smushed. And then we can just, honestly, I just kind of want to sell the vedettes. Grab the foot platoons and mothball them. All right, that was that. Off to a good start. Let's go forward 1 day. All right, 23 days left on the field kitchen. It will be done just after February. Womp womp. Oh, good deal. Everybody came home. Let's go ahead and do some mass repairs. I might end up having to slow down my operational tempo a tiny bit for like 3 or 4 days, just so that everybody can rest and recuperate for a minute. Since Alpha Lance is at 1 fatigue, Bravo Lance is at 1 fatigue, Charlie Lance is at 2 fatigue, Recon Lance, oh, whoa, 5 fatigue. Okay, so we have to let Recon Lance chill for just a minute. Tango Lance is at 4 fatigue, Scout Lance is at 4 fatigue. Yeah, we're going to have to let him chill for a minute. So we can do Recon Lance. Oh, you're not back yet. Sad day. Oh, hold on. Tango Lance, we can use you. And then Scout Lance. And we found a deep raid, naturally. Well, I think this is probably a good place to stop off for the week. I'm going to take a look at something of her real quick, if you don't mind hanging on for just a minute. But either which way. So no more streams for the rest of the week. We are going to be kicking this back off on Monday. Monday, we are going to do this again. Thank you so much for joining. We're gonna go over and raid Mad Game and Matt. He raided me the other day. I think it's only fair that we return the favor. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, follow the channel. Join in Fluffy tomorrow. I haven't been invited, but you know, if he wants me to join, I'll be happy to try. Absolutely. Thank you all for joining. If you haven't already, follow the stream. I'd really appreciate it. And why don't we go see if we can't brighten up somebody's day. There we go. All right. Take care, everybody.